magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. It's Monday evening again and we are here in Pinoy. Kaya mo yan. Magandang gabi po sa lahat ng mga who just recently joined us or who's about to join us. I hope you can be able to log in right now via Facebook or through our mobile. You can also catch us through the radio dial kung kayo ay nata-traffic ngayon papunta sa inyong mga hindi trabaho, sa mga night shift. Siguro yung mga taong pauwi na rin galing sa trabaho o kaya naman yung mga OFWs natin na nakikinig, nag-rest ngayon at galing sa panunood ng ating balita. Sana nandyan pa rin kayo. Kapit lang po kayo mga best at makinig po tayo for another hour of a very fulfilling topic again, because this is the part 2 of our program wherein pinag-uusapan natin more on our personal branding and image, no? But before doing so, maybe we would like to also acknowledge people who have been listening, yung mga nakikinig sa atin ngayon. And ating co-host for tonight, ang aking best friend na si Gabby Cunyada. Say hello, Gabby.
Hello, listeners of DWIC Pinoy. Kaya mo yan.
Oh yeah,
Good
it's
to
been
be
a
back.
while. It's been a while.
Yes.
Because Leo is still in the US, nagbabakasyon din. Oo, so ako ang susunod, mga bandang June na. Hindi na tong May. Sana ho everyone is okay despite the fact that the past weeks has been a bit scary kasi
Daming
iba-iba.
nangyari last week, no?
Oo, nasa ka ba no nung wala ka pala dito?
I was in Vietnam.
So walang mga earthquake doon, no?
Wala that time.
Wala that time.
Wala.
Pero
dito,
dito,
it was all over social media. So
yeah, I was even late but I still made it last week.
I saw your message na nasa elevator ka.
Yeah, I was in the elevator in the office. Diba? Kaya,
that's the scariest place you can be.
That's the most unusual place that I was caught. Wala pang few seconds the elevator closed. Wala pang few seconds nag-jolt na inside the elevator. Just imagine na how scary it was. But good thing, buti na lang aming building, hindi naman nag-shutdown yung lights. Okay. Because kung nag-shutdown ng lights, I'll be more in, panic kasi I don't like, I sleep na with the lights open So, yun. So, I think that we need to acknowledge people who are still currently helping out Red Cross na napakahirap nilang kontakin ngayon because everybody is still doing search and rescue, especially in Pampanga. So, yun. So, nakikiramay kami at we're also sending our love and prayers to people in Pampanga who are, currently recovering from that because they were the ground zero area. Yun yung center
Porac,
kasi.
Pampanga.
Actually, Porac. Have you seen the videos na talagang nag-crumble yung isang building?
4 stories na grocery.
Yeah. So it only shows siguro marupok yung kasi wala pang few seconds hulog na lahat So I think the lesson really here is we have to make sure that the area that we're building our future projects, our dream homes, our businesses, they are also in good condition and the contractors that you get, the developers that you invest on are those that are known because you'll never know. I mean, the big one has always been a threat for the last years, for the last 15 years. They've already been saying this and it's going to happen and hopefully not in this time yet, but of course we always have to be ready. Diba? So, yun, nakikiramay kami at sana ay mga taong naapektuhan, mga pamilya ay they're slowly recovering from their livelihood, from their houses that they've lost. And we're still okay there and I hope everybody is also doing something to prepare. Dapat may go bag ka. Yun, yung mga go bag, what does it include? Yan, whistle,
medicine,
flashlight, medicine, water canned goods. Yeah. So, luckily, our office provides us to our employees. But, so, siguro sa mga taong wala pa niyan, you have to have a go bag.
Yes, tapos whistle and light. I used to...
you used to give that away
Yes.
Whistle and light. Kasi, pag anything happens, you have a whistle that you can actually
To locate you.
To locate
Kung saan
you
ka
that
man.
you're
Yes.
still there. So make
And
sure
then
po.
batteries for your flashlight.
Yes, yes.
Yon. Okay. Sorry, I haven't been able to see our live feeds right now. So I will be able to greet you after the first break. But without further ado, I want to proceed now because we have lots of things to address also because this is part 2 of the 3 or 4 programs that we plan to run. So I'd like to welcome our very beautiful and very talented speaker for tonight who joined us the other week to talk about a professional image. And I'd like to welcome again Miss Toni to join us
Thank
for
you.
tonight.
So, good evening sa inyong lahat, and I'm still excited to share with you this time. Our episode is about inspiring others. So, prepare your ball pen and pen so you can take note of the things that will make you look more credible, likable, and polished.
And I'd like to also address that this programs is not only for salespeople.
Yes.
Everyone who is currently working, who has customers, who people who fresh graduates. I just delivered a talk, by the way, in UP. I want to greet my audience last week. I did a actually more on how to ace their interview kind of program, and it's related to this. How do they exude confidence? I hope that helped them to, find an internship program or find an employer eventually. And this is a continuation because this is not only for fresh graduates, it's people are currently working. The other time we talked about inspiring
Yourself.
And generally, what is the gist of inspiring yourself, Toni?
So, to give them an overview again, your image and your branding has 3 stages. Okay, first is you have to inspire yourself first, and then afterwards, when you are already inspired with yourself, you are now able to inspire others. Then you don't stop there, kasi once you inspire others, you will see naman the results. They will be encouraged, and they will follow you. And from there, you need to have the idea or the mindset that I want to leave an inspiring legacy. So now let's have a recap of the first. So last time, 2 weeks ago, we discussed how are we gonna be inspired by our own self. First is to understand our character, our behavior. Where is this parang weakness coming from? Ano pa? Or where are my strengths coming from then? Importante na intindihan natin yung behavior natin. Why? Because it emanates. So if we talked about our heart, di ba? If we have a bitter heart, ambitious heart, ano pa ba? Maraming klaseng heart
Black heart,
dark heart, or compassionate or fearful heart, diba? Nag-emanate siya sa image, and it is affecting how we see image and beauty. Sometimes we don't want to fix ourselves anymore just because we don't have that encouragement inside na we always feel we're of a lesser being sa iba. Okay, so everything that we also discussed last time, that everything happened when we were young, during childhood, affects also our image. Kasi what we see at home, how they communicate, ano rin yung definition nila ng beauty, we thought yun yung normal. Until pagdating natin sa office or sa school, we now see others na bakit ganun? Ba't iba siya? Ba't mas magaling siya magsalita? Bakit ako parang di ko kaya mag-express? So everything has an impact. Everything from childhood, our relationship with parents, or even in school. Baka meron dun pa lang nag-discourage na sa'yo na you will never be okay. So, yun ang naging mindset. So, we talked about character. Afterwards is yung understanding also yung weakness. We need to have a why as well para may direction tayo and have a good mindset.
I wanna focus on what you mentioned last time about knowing your weaknesses.
Yes.
So what generally should you do when you're, let's say, not, like my weakness is I'm not pretty organized, okay?
Right.
Because you would make me talk for like 5 days straight, but you wouldn't want, it's not my strength to file, to be organized with my plan and all that, because that's my personality type.
Yes.
What do people do if inherently they are not that kind, but it's needed for the job? What's your advice on that?
Okay. First, for the weakness, what we need are yung 3 stages na diniscuss natin last time. We just need to be aware. Kasi sometimes others are not aware of their weakness. Okay? Next is to admit it. Some are aware but they don't admit. That's why they're not also able to express either to their boss, to their office mate na I know this is my weakness, so I may not be good at doing this. But while you understand your weakness, you also have to know your strength. Para masabi mo rin. But I'm pretty sure that my strength naman is, like sabi mo, organization, or let's call it
Presentation.
administrative, di ba? Then you can tell them immediately, ano naman yung strength mo.
Highlight
But
mo.
you can count on me when it comes to presentation. But I know I'm not good naman in administrative. Okay, so that's awareness. Then inadmit mo. Next is to take action then. Na whenever that occurs, kasi we have weakness also in emotions and everything, you can now arrest. You don't dwell on that. You don't stay there na talagang ganito na ako, hindi ko kaya. You can now arrest na, okay, since weakness ko to, step B, ano dapat gawin? Kasi since hindi ko kaya, maybe step B is to delegate, or step B is to change yung job. Admit mo na, I think hindi talaga ako pang sales, but you can try me. Pagdating naman sa, sabi mo na administrative or operation. Then, I also advise people to strengthen their strength.
Yes.
Dalawa yun. Kasi, if let's say I'll just give a very good example. Kung right-handed ka, okay, try to write your name as much as you can. Kung gugulat ka in 1 minute, marami ka masusulat because that's your strength. But if you try to do that with your left hand, maybe makakadalawa ka hirap pa in, let's say, in a minute. Same with what mga other activities natin. If it's not our strength, parang you're trying so much, nakaka 2 weeks ka na, then people get disappointed. Not because you're not good, because hindi mo na-admit na this is not my strength or this is my weakness.
Yeah, that's very good because a lot of people think that they could be a jack of all trades. But
Yes.
you have to admit that there are certain things that probably some people are not even good at. And the thing is, when you're working in a company, di ba, marami dyan, they expect na pareho kayo ng strengths.
Correct.
When in fact, each one individually have their own strengths. Yeah, like this one is probably good in creativity. This one is organized. This was in leadership. This one is an expert, let's say, in network.
Or connection.
Or
yes.
connection, yeah. So there are different kinds of people. And I think the lesson also there is we need to respect other strengths
Yes.
and their weaknesses, and not take that against them, but rather we need to work with what their strengths are. I used to have a boss who did that to us. Initially, his style was, okay, we have to do it this way, but he has a different kind of strength also. But eventually, when we did Strengths Finder, ipa-plug ko rin yan, we did
Yeah,
Strengths
I did that too,
Finder.
and it's really useful.
It's really useful. You'll find out that you're not going to be an expert of everything,
Correct.
but you will be able to manage your weaknesses and work on your strengths more. So that would be, I guess, the takeaway of our first episode nung last time. Alright, so tamang-tama, no? Ang oras po natin ay 7:15 po ng gabi. Magbabalik po ang Pinoy. Kaya mo yan.
Ang time check na ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Eternal Plans. Your future is our concern.
Pinoy, kaya mo yan. Pilipinas, ngayon na. Nasa sa inyo dito sa DWIC 882 tuwing Lunes at Miyerkules. Pilipinas, ngayon na. Pangungunahan ni dating Press Undersecretary Robert Rivera at Miss Loli Acosta. Pilipinas, ngayon na. Tuwing Sabado, alas 6 hanggang alas 7 ng gabi, abangan dito sa DWIC ang isang malayang talakayan tungkol sa negosyo, trabaho, mga benepisyo ng makabagong teknolohiya sa programang Mag-usap Tayo kasama sina Monchet at Chris Laranio. Laging abangan tuwing Sabado dito sa DWIC 882. Mag-usap Tayo. DWIC Pinoy, kaya mo yan.
And we are back. Okay, so ba't hindi ko nakikita sarili ko dyan? Yan. All right, so we are back. Good evening again to everyone who just tuned in, and good evening to those people who actually tuned in earlier. So, Gabs, maybe you'd like to greet everyone who's on the line na nag-leave na ng messages. Baka may mga questions na rin sila. So, if you have questions, please feel free to chat with us while we are on live, and Toni can address your questions. Anything about positive image, about personal branding. Gabs, who are those people dyan ngayon? Kasi
Lola Jules is watching us.
Hi,
now.
Lola Jules! Kumusta po kayo? Lola Jules is our avid listener from Hong Kong.
Oh, wow.
Oo. So, Lola Jules, makinig lang kayo. Kapit pa kayo hanggang mamayang midnight, ha? Thank you so much.
Okay. Ollie Almost also
Of
is
course,
watching us.
Mr. Ollie Almost from San Diego is always watching us every Monday yan. Thank you again. I saw your video of your table tennis. Table tennis
Oh, wow.
champion yan. Sobrang galing.
Congratulations.
So, marami siyang competition sa US. So, thank you again also.
And Bonnie Bell Vasquez.
Okay. So, sa mga hindi ko nakikita dyan, please feel free to message us while I have problems with my mobile
And
right now.
May Jeneline also is, sabi niya, Toni is so pretty. I think, Toni, you're so pretty.
Hello, thank you.
Yeah, pwede rin tayo maging pretty na ganon, di ba? Kasi you need not to be physically beautiful because you can be actually emanating radiance
From
of
the
beauty
heart, yes.
because beauty comes from how you feel, how your mood is, what your background is. Because to get to where you are right now, di ba, Toni, marami ka rin pinagdaanan. So right now, it's more like you've learned from this, you're now emanating and you're now sharing whatever you know. So we'll go to the second part.
Yes, which is
can you
I'm
introduce
sure
the
they're
second
excited.
topic?
Okay, the second topic is about inspiring others, okay? So this is the usual course that we offer na sa mga training, but I want to go deeper, okay? To inspire others, we have the ABCD. You can list that down. A is for appearance, B is for behavior, C is for communication, and D is now, I added D actually because we're now in the era of social media. So D is your digital presence. The secret there is to look, okay? Again, to look like lang. Kasi how do we inspire others is to also align how we want to be perceived with how we are being perceived. Kasi minsan we wanted to be perceived as respectable, pero yung itsura natin, ang dating sa kanila hindi. Either malakas or nakakabastos. So, ang goal namin as image consultant is to align. Okay? Na if
What
I
you want to project and what you're actually showing.
and how you are being, kasi it's about impression. Okay? So, I always teach people that it only takes 7 seconds to make or break your first impression or how they see you as a person. So now the secret is preparation. We need to prepare and we need to be consistent. Meaning, yung appearance natin should be consistent with our behavior, and the appearance behavior should be consistent with our communication. And so, ganun din yung ating pagpo-post online. So now we can start with appearance and behavior, at least for this segment. Okay. Our goal is to look credible, likable, authoritative, and polished. Okay. So with that, we need to wear the right clothes. I always teach people, you don't need to look different every day, but you need to look good. Yun lang. So, you don't need branded. Well, kung talagang may nakita kang tamang damit and it's branded, then good. But the brand will not add to your value of appearance.
That's so true.
Will never add.
The brand will never add value.
It will never add. Okay? But what we teach now is to wear the appropriate clothes that will enhance our face. Why? Because yung face ang kausap ng tao. The message, the mouth, and everything is nasa face. So, dapat hindi sila tumitingin sa ibang parts. Dapat nakafocus sa face. So, we have 5 lang naman. Kasi among all the tips, I'll give you 5 para at least meron na agad sila to start with. And by the way, I'd like to add, this topic is for everyone. Maski bata ka pa, maski stay at home mom, maski matanda na tayo. So, for all shapes, for all ages, and all lahat na ano. I mean, wala siyang pinipili. Why? Because we need to look good, feel good, then do good. Totoo yan. So, again, let's now go to the tips. 5 tips. First, for appearance, we need to understand our color. Okay? So, yung damit na sinusuot natin, dapat nagmamatch yan sa skin tone. Okay? So, medyo may process siya how to find out. At least aware ka na not all color fits you. That's why, minsan tignan mo, pag may nakasalubong ka, talagang people will greet you, wow, you look blooming. Okay? Pero minsan naman, pag lumapit ka doon sa isang tao, sasabihan, oh, may problema ka ba? Not because you have, but because mali yung color. So when you're wearing the wrong color, it draws you down.
How would you know what's the right color for you?
Okay, marami siyang basis, but maybe the easiest is the temperature, warm and cool. Okay? So pag medyo nasa yellowish yung, kasi naturally, Asians are warm. Yellowish tayo eh. Okay? So pag medyo yellowish yung tone natin, warm tayo.
Huwag lang sobrang yellowish, jaundice na yan.
Okay. Pero pag nakita mong medyo pinkish, sa guy naman medyo nasa bluish shy tayo. Meaning pa yung mga undershave and yun, cool yun. Alright? So pag warm, right now kasi wala tayong visual, you can Google mga warm color. Yun ang mga pag sinuot mo even without makeup, nagbabrighten yung face
So what would
natin.
be examples of that? That would be...
When warm is like the colors that you see from sunrise to sunset. So yun yung mga
Green,
orange,
blue.
green. Blue, the brighter side of blue. Green, the brighter side of green. Okay? Pero like between sa mga reds, yun yung mga orangey red. So sa lipstick natin warm, dapat nasa orangey peachy tayo. Pero ang cool would be the colors that you see from sunset papuntang dawn naman. Yung mga blue. So pati yung red maroon na siya pag cool.
Tinitignan ko yung lipstick sa
Yeah.
sa monitor.
Okay, so that's the color that not all colors will fit us, okay, or will enhance our
Or
face.
not all colors just because it's uso, like purple or black lipstick.
Right.
That's the way to go because
even the reded, there are also brightness that will fit us. May mga chine-check kami nga sa features ng face. So if the features of your face are not that big, meaning hindi, let's say, di ba may iba kasi talaga prominent yung eyes and that one, they can wear bright colors. Pero like me, like I'm chinky, maliliit yung mga details ko, I medium lang ako. So pag nag-wear ako ng bright orange, yung orange, makikita mo, naglalakad. Nasasapawan niya ako. So, pag
naglalakad talaga. Nauna sa'yo.
Nauuna. Meaning siya yung nagka-catch ng attention. Same with the bright red. Kung hindi ka bright in features mo, then you're wearing a bright red lipstick, malayo pa lang, lipstick yung nakikita. Hindi na-enhance yung face. That's why it matters. Magugulat ka, yung iba over makeup.
Right.
Probably it's mali lang yung color. So, that's the first, our color. Next is our body shape. We need to understand our body shape and accept it. Kasi yung iba, nag-stuck sila doon sa understand. Alam ko, round ako, pero liliit din ako, di ba? Pero
yung bilog lang ng shape.
Bilog lang. Or gifted lang, diretso yung left and right rectangle, di ba? So once you understand your body shape, now you can buy the right fabric, right style, right cut also, dun sa sa body shape mo. So hindi ka like gagaya sa mannequin na, ate, gusto ko yung suot ng mannequin. Ay, magkaiba kayo ng
22 yung waistline ng mannequin. Liig lang niya yun.
Baka mamaya, siya, hourglass, pero ikaw pala apple. Magkakaiba tayo kasi ng body shape. So yun lang muna. Marami namang mga app to find out. And the best is to check. Pwede ka kasing tumingin mo na sa mirror. You will see kung parang pear shape ka. Like me, I'm pear kasi malaki yung hita ko. So from here, parang paganon siya. So now, I will wear skirt or pants according to pear shape or yung bagay sa pear shape. Like, before nauso yung pleated na skirt, diba? The thing is,
hindi ako nakiuso nun.
pear
Hindi,
na
may
ako
binabagayan yun eh.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, others don't know that. Kaya, they
buy pa rin sila.
They still buy. Ang problema, pag may nakakita, walang bumabate. So, they feel bad na, what? I spent...
Because it doesn't look well. Especially if you have big thighs and big hips.
Yeah.
It wouldn't look... It
So,
won't complement your body
Same
type.
with, since yun yung structure ko, magbigay ako ng tips. So, for pants naman, since I have big thighs, I cannot wear yung mga tight-fitting pants. Kasi lalo siya nagmumukhang drumstick. But, the correct pants na cut is straight cut and bootleg. For me. Para
Safe lagi
pantay
yun.
siya. Safe siya. Yeah,
Safe
para
yung
pantay.
niya yan. And you can wear that, let's say, for a job interview. You can go to a cocktails na gano'n ng suot na pants. So, yun lang. I want to also stress na when you're an applicant, when you're a new hire, being in recruitment, I have so much experience of interviewing people. You always have to look your best.
Yeah.
And there's no such thing as overdressing
Yeah.
because you are an applicant. You need to wow me.
Impress.
You need to impress me. And even if you're working in an environment that's smart casual, you still need to look good. Not like you're going to a party, like you're also showing off a lot of skin out there. I don't need that. So, one of the tips I also give people, when you're being interviewed, know more about the company. Regardless if you're
Research. You have
fresh
to
graduate or you're already experienced, no matter your experience is 20, 30 years, you still need to research about the company you're joining and the people who is part of that organization, because these are the people that will be the workmates in the future, and you need to know if this is someone, this is a company that it's worth being part of also.
So that's actually our number 3, kasi number 3 is wearing appropriate clothes. So for me, wearing the appropriate clothes is a sign of respect to the other people who sees you.
Totally.
Okay?
I totally agree with that.
Tama ka, for the interview, there's no such thing as overdressed. In fact, I always advise kapag nagiging speaker ka ng mga fresh grad is you always have to wear one notch higher than the position that you are applying for. And do not also rely, lalo na let's say IT. Ma'am, na-research ko po yung owner nga naka-jeans lang. But the thing is, owner na siya. So, hindi niya na kailangan mag-impress, okay? But you're still trying to prove your worth, yung credibility mo, ina-establish mo pa. And I've not seen anyone na talagang pinagalitan ng HR na, why are you wearing the appropriate clothes? Wala naman, diba? But that's creating impression. Yun nga yung sinasabi ko, yung 7 seconds, you either make or break it. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4 is your grooming. Very important. Talaga sa akin, non-negotiable ang grooming. So, the nails and everything, and then the hair, pati yung pagplancha, yung mga small details na yan. Sends out a message to the people who see you that what's important to you. Example, you wanted to, tuloy na lang natin yung interview, you wanted to impress your HR that you can commit and do whatever yung nire-request niyang performance, no? Pero hindi mo na plancha yung kwelyo mo dito. Okay, so what message are you sending out? When it comes to that, you cannot rely on me kasi nga I'm not even consistent and I cannot even afford to spend time to iron my own clothes. So you're sending out a message, you're projecting a message that you cannot take care of your details.
So how will you even take
care of a certain responsibility in the office? So that's number 4 na, no? Grooming. You can always search about grooming, but the quick tips are, of course, yung hygiene, alright, and how we look.
And the breath also.
Yeah,
especially if you're a
the breath,
smoker,
yes.
you have to make sure that when you're talking to someone, kasi when you're smoking, dumidikit yan sa damit.
Correct.
And you need to be careful, making sure that when you're going to an interview or having a conversation or having a meeting with a client, or regardless if it's formal, informal, I mean, that smell should always be okay.
And we're not sure baka hindi gusto nung HR or nag-i-interview yung mga ganong smell. And also be careful also with everything from all details, no? Even your shoes. Sometimes most of the time they observe. They observe kasi those are the things that they check kung talagang careful ka. Before I was not careful with that, meaning I don't see it as important. Now looking back, ako rin pala yung na-confuse sa mga staff ko. Ako rin yung na-confuse sa children ko of how beauty and credibility should look like, na yung shoes pala, naalala ko noon, minsan hindi ko napapagawa. Yung minor lang naman na gasgas. Pero if you can show people that these details are important, you can gain trust na tingnan mo yung details niya, lahat importante sa kanya. Then, the more yung mga kontratang pinapasok natin sa kanya. So, that's the 4th. Number 5 is our skincare and makeup. For boys, okay, skincare still important. Tama. Kasi iba sabi nila, okay lang lalaki naman. Well, we still have to do our usual routine, no, sa gabi. Wash your face, toner and cleanser. Importante yan. Why? Kasi yan yung kausap ng tao everyday. So, they will see if you are careless. Na parang, mga simple lang naman. Let's say, may interview ka, you have to be ready with mga oil blotter and everything. If you don't like talagang heavy makeup, which I don't advise, natural makeup is good. Natural makeup is good. But at least be ready with lip gloss or anything. Why? Kasi nga, we wanted to also show na healthy rin tayo. But sometimes, pag wala masyadong kulay, you don't look healthy.
Right.
Ano pa, hindi rin na-enhance yung features ng face.
Ayun. Actually, before we went up with Gabs kanina, sabi niya, wait, I have to check my face. Oo, yung kung oily. Kasi nga,
magprito ng itlog.
Oo, baka
Or
pwedeng
bacon,
ano.
diba?
Yes.
Oo, may joke kami dyan eh. Mukha kang OFW. Ano yun? Oily face worker. Yung código for that.
Gusto ko yan. I'll use
Oo.
that.
Okay, so in summary, those are 5 tips on
Quick tips.
quick tips. Of course,
On
there are a
how
lot
to
of
look
tips
credible.
out there, but
Yeah.
these are the ones that you could have quick wins, whether you're applying for a job, you're having a meeting, all to impress people, impress people, because it takes only 7 seconds for people to actually make an impression about you, and impressions really last. It's very difficult to change that kind of impression, especially if you start at the wrong foot.
Correct. And I always tell people that you are the walking, talking representation of your image. So, it's actually a choice. It's a choice to comb our hair. It's a choice to cut our nails. So, looking good is a choice. Ang gusto ko lang i-encourage sila is, whenever you are lazy, because I believe there's no ugly naman. Wala namang pangit. It's just that many are lazy, right? But whenever you feel lazy fixing yourself, always remember, meron ka ring i-confuse or isa-stumble na ibang tao na makakita sa'yo. And we also wanted to look inspiring din sa ibang tao. So you can just imagine if magulo yung hair mo and then may problema na yung kasalubong mo. Parang lahat na lang ba? Pati yung kasalubong ko mukhang problema natin. Diba? Kaya mas maganda, be the source of inspiration, the encouragement, and everything.
Yeah. So you always have to look good.
Yes.
And before looking good, you need to feel good also.
That's
Because
why yung stage 1 natin
the stage 1 is
eh.
important before going to stage 2.
Yes.
Thank you, Tony, for that
Alright.
second part. Before we proceed, I just want to greet some people who are raving to be greeted also here. Miss Rowena Tamayo Garcia, also from Hong Kong. Good evening to you. And then we also have people watching from China and Japan. Good evening to you there.
Ni hao.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then asawa yata siya ng Hapon kasi yung kanyang last name them is Japanese.
Ohio.
And then Attorney Arnel Valiena is also watching us. Okay, I think this is and also Jovi De La Peña, my classmate from Baguio. I'll be going home to Baguio, by the way, this on
Labor Day.
May 1, Labor Day.
Okay.
It's been a year. It's the death anniversary of my mother actually. So I'll be going up. So I'm gonna invite all my relatives that we could meet when I arrive there on the 2nd. I'll just email you guys. I also want to greet Jovi, and then we also have CJ or Kiko from Guam. Hello.
Hello, CJ.
And then Shelly Cog, good evening to you. So we will be back. Nagbabalik po ang Pinoy. Kaya mo
Kaya
yan.
yan.
Ang oras po natin ay 7:34 po ng gabi.
Pinoy, kaya mo yan.
Patuloy na naglilingkod sa bayan. Mas todong pagbabalita. Mas todong pagseserbisyo publiko. Ito ang DWIZ 882. Mas todong lakas. Mas pinakikinggan ng buong bansa. DWIZ 882. Sa komentaryo, numero 1, Karambola. Sa pool, si Jarius Bondo. Doble banda, Obet P sa IZ. At laban para sa karapatan.
Sinusuyod ng buong pwersa ng DWIC News at Public Affairs ang buong kamay nilaan upang mayatid ang mga latest na kaganapan, mga balitang dapat ninyong malaman. Ito ang DWIC Balita. Mas todong pagbabalita. DWIC Balita.
Apat na piraso na mga bala ang nakumpiska sa isang pasero sa NAIA Terminal 4 sa Pasay City. Kinilala ng Office for Transportation Security ang pasero na si Emilio Bienvenido Fidel Jr. na patungong Tacloban ng maharang sa Terminal 4. Na-detect ng X-ray operator na si Daryl Mascareñas sa screen ng bullet o ang bala sa mga bagahe ni Fidel, kaya't agad sinuri ang mga ito at nakita ang live ammunition at magazine na may 6 na bala. Sinabi naman ni Fidel na ang misis niya ang nag-ayos ng kanyang bagahe at wala siyang intensyong magdala ng mga bala na pag-aarian niya ng kanyang kapatid. Wala naman maipakitang dokumento si Fidel sa mga dala niyang bala na kinumpiska ng mga otoridad bago pinasakay sa kanyang flight. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon at mas marami pang mga balita, bisitahin kami sa aming website www.dwiz882am.com at sundan kami sa aming Twitter account at Facebook page DWIZ882. Ako po si Drew Nasino.
Balitang kapaki-pakinabang sa mga mamamayan, inyong nalaman sa DWIZ Balita.
Maging updated sa mga balita.
Mas todong pagbabalita, DWIZ Balita.
DWIZ Manila, DWIZ Palawan, DWIZ Dagupan. DWIZ can now be heard anytime and anywhere. Just download the DWIZ app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. Get updated with the latest news in and out of the metro and participate in the discussion.
Pinoy, kaya mo yan.
Babalik po ang Pinoy, kaya mo yan. And ang oras po natin ay 7:38 po ng gabi at nagpapatuloy po tayo ang discussion. But before that, greet lang natin ang ating mga followers na laging nakikinig po sa atin. I also want to greet bagong watch si Nap Carlos. I know he's also overseas to, mga kasama ko mga divers. Medyo lay low lang ako muna sa diving ngayon kasi sobrang dami ng dives. So sabi ko, sandali lang muna. Ngayon naman biking ang aking pinupunterya. Oo, kaya ang kulay ko ngayon ay kulay kayo manggi, napakaganda. Bronze.
Yeah.
All right. So, Gabi, would you like to invite people for your event this
Yes.
Friday? Before we also have Toni invite them for her series of programs.
I would like to invite all the listeners to Sun Life's Health and Wellness Forum on Friday. This is open to all. The topics will be genetic testing and proper nutrition. So, it's timely. Everybody wants to, we've been trying to lose weight, been trying to exercise, but may iba dyan na frustrate sila kasi bakit walang effect. So through genetic testing, malalaman nila what is the right diet and the right exercise that is fit for their body.
So, pang anong lang ba siya, Gabs? It's more like to lose weight, or is it also to prevent them from predisposition? Let's
Yes.
say your parents has sa genetics may cancer, you would be able to find out dun sa test how they could
Yes.
prevent that.
Yes, that's part of the topic. And
So, weight loss is one. Second is
Exercise.
also avoiding and getting ready for yung mga debilitating diseases in the family.
Parang if you are, you will find out through that test if you are predisposed to a particular disease and what steps you should take para, syempre,
Can
you're
avoid
already
that.
predisposed.
So, is that free to
That's
everyone?
free to the public. So you can just message me, contact me through my mobile phone 0906 3630212, again 0906 3630212, or message me sa Facebook. My name is Gabby, Gabby Kunada on Facebook. Just message me for a free slot on Friday. That's 9 a.m. to 12 at
that would
Dusit
be a good
Hotel.
opportunity for everyone, and
Yes,
it's for
yes.
free.
Correct.
Or if you have questions, you can also message me in Pinoy Kaya Mo Yan.
Yes.
Since I manage the page of Pinoy Kaya Mo Yan. How about you, Toni?
Okay, so before I plug anything, I'd like to greet my friends who are watching now. So, si Ate Mansi, si Jen Aranya, si Ma'am Dorcas Darwin, and June Ong. Okay, I'd like to invite all of you to visit my page sa Facebook because that's where they will get yung mga series of lessons or mga workshops. Okay, so that's at Radiance Image. Then please follow me also at my page for Facebook and Instagram at Toni Miranda PH. I'll be in Davao on June. We will go to Tagum. An organizer organized a very good empowering women talk, and You will also find the details there in our pages.
Ayan. And also, I think in your pages, you also have a lot of inspirational lessons that people can actually derive, no?
Correct.
Coming,
And
just
also some
looking
tips,
at that.
yeah.
And also some tips, and these tips that you're talking about.
Yes.
Okay. Let's proceed because we are now part 3 of our outline. So, let's continue. What's next after the grooming, the appearance?
So, after the appearance is the BCD naman. Pagkasyahin natin siya for the next half ng ating time. So, B is behavior. And C is communication, then digital presence. So, now we go to behavior. Behavior is technically our manners, our etiquette. Okay? No amount of appearance is will make you credible, likable, and sabihin nating polished if your behavior is not okay. So basically, our the etiquette is, maraming definition naman to, but let's make it simple. It's actually showing respect. Because when you are polite, you are actually respectful, diba? So you have to identify who's the host or who's the boss so that hindi mo siya ma-overpower. I'll give you some tip. For example, when you attend a party, no? Once you know who's the celebrant or the host, hindi mo siya uunahan kumain or babatiin mo rin siya or hindi mo rin siya aagawan ng limelight. Okay? In the office naman, sino yung host natin or boss? Diba? We have a boss, sabi natin mga department manager. So, best is first when you communicate with them, you have to have eye contact. Mga simple manners to eh. That's why I want to really target mga teachers and parents kasi they're the ones who teach our children eh. Diba? So, eye contact is important. What else? Reply. Mga simpleng tips to pero yung iba, they take this for granted. Replying messages. Diba? Sometimes, nauso na yung scene zone lang. So, just reply yung mga text messages or email. What else? But trying to be there. Kapag may kausap ka, either it's a dinner or in a meals or meeting, let go muna of your cell phone. So they asked me, where should we put our cell phone sa dining etiquette? Sabi ko, wala. Nasa bag siya.
Nasa
and
bag
then
and naka-quiet siya.
Silence mo siya. And as much as possible, don't receive the call while you're in a meeting. You can always tell naman your friends, I was in a meeting earlier. Kasi when you ask naman permission, can I take this call? Meron bang sasagot na no? Because they are also polite to you. Sure, but the thing is, you already took the time from them. So, everyone needs to respect time eh. That's why we also try to avoid or as much as possible, don't be late. Kasi kinuha mo rin yung time sa kanya. The thing is, we're not expressive. We Filipinos, hindi tayo gano'n ka-expressive.
We're not assertive to tell what's wrong.
And I also teach that para na lang matuto rin yung isa na may impact yung pagiging late niya. So, marami pang ibang lesson for behavior. But what you need to be always be aware of is be mindful. Be careful of our behavior. Why? Because it projects your message. Also, when talking to either elder people or younger, we need to be consistent. We cannot be nice to younger, then impolite naman sa elder. So marami yan. May introduction, may proper way of introduction, the way we shake our hands,
the way we give our calling cards.
Marami yan.
We actually follow the Japanese way of doing
it. We also consider that as etiquette eh, because if you don't follow, you're telling your host or the organizer of the event or even your office or HR na I don't respect our dress code. So parang if you cannot respect, what more you cannot do? Ano pa yung mga bagay na gusto mong suwayan?
It sends a message na hindi kayong
good follower or team player. Actually, you're actually showing them that you're a rebel, but I don't know if that's gonna be good for a company to actually see, because that would be quite fearful for us. Because when you're an employee, you should have to be a team player. Whatever standards that we put out there, you need to follow that, right?
So whether we're a student or fresh grad or even at the top position already, CEO, we just try to learn it. Kasi at the end of the day, ang good news lahat dito, hindi naman siya innate eh. Lahat to pwede natin i-cultivate, pwede natin i-develop. So now that you heard this, na importante pala yung behavior, you can just start with online lesson muna. Marami namang tips dyan. Like you can go to Toni.ph. I've written a couple of tips about etiquette, even for travel. Lahat yan may mga etiquette tayo. Importante aware ka na there's such thing. Okay, so next is communication. Okay, communication. Before, lagi akong ayokong maging speaker, ayoko magre-report in front of a class, or at least deliver anything lang that will make me stand in front of people. Why? Ang reason ko nun kasi hindi ako fluent sa English because English was not our primary language. But when I learned that in communication, the words are just 7% of the total communication. So, kaya ko pala. So, ano yung natitira? 93% are our facial expression, the tone of voice, and our gesture and body language. That's why we need to learn it. For you to look credible, trustworthy, puro look to kasi we're creating the impression. Authoritative and polished. The words that comes out should synchronize with our facial expression, with our gesture, and our body language. You can just imagine. That's why it's important na now we have a gadget already. We can video ourselves. Yung mga simple communication, like for example, I care for you. I-check mo, baka ang taray ng kilay mo. I care for you. So parang doon pa lang, kino-confuse mo yung kausap mo. You cannot connect because it's not synchronizing. What else?
When you say actually I'm sorry or apologize, some people, they just say it because they feel that I said the right thing. I already said sorry, but actually you would know how what do you call this? How genuine that is. But in fact, hindi pala genuine kasi nga the tone of the voice and the body language is not consistent to what you're saying. Then it nullifies your communication process.
Correct. So sayang naman kasi we don't always have the chance naman to have that parang kind of communication. Iba kasi yung pinlanong communication, iba rin yung by chance communication. And especially with our family, the magical moments happens when you're together. So sayang kung na-spoil just because you're always angry. Now that you want to be sincere and tell them that I care for you, mommy loves you so much. Pero nasanay kasing angry yung face mo, mommy love you so much. Parang, mommy, are you really telling me you're loving? Because I don't feel it. Why? Because yung 93% mali. Hindi siya nag-synchronize. Same with bosses when they say that, okay, we are all here together in achieving this target. Pero iba yung nakaganyan lang siya, tapos nagtuturo pa ng ganun. We are all here achieving this target. Hindi makakonect yung tao na parang, hindi naman we don't feel the sincerity. Sometimes we are really sincere, it's just that since we don't practice it, we're not used to synchronizing everything. Even me, yung kilay ko na laging nakataas, parang laging galit. Kasi nga, di ba, yung old self ko nun, talaga naman magagalitin ako. So that's how my facial expression got molded. Laging pikon or galit. So now, I have to practice it. And my advice to all our viewer is to just record yourself. Maybe, wala pang 1 minute, maybe 30 seconds of how the day was. Parang, today, I enjoy ganun. And i-check mo kung alin ang hindi nagmamatch. Is it your tone of voice? Is it your facial expression? Then, record it again and correct it. Hanggang sa magugulat ka, nagkaka-connect ka na well with your, with kusining kausap mo. Okay? So, last is our digital presence. Image is all about discipline and choices. Okay? And social media, for me, is the place where you inspire people. Not to discourage, not to express our emotions, and as well as not to talk to people na
and
you
not
want
to expose your dirty laundry.
Yeah. So, we're not saying not to be authentic naman. It's just that we want to discipline all the posts that we do daily. Kasi we're there to, although sabi naman nila it's a free country, yes. Social media is a free area where you can do expression. Yun nga lang mag-express ka na, why not make it right? Diba? So, before I was like that, diba ang Facebook ngayon merong memories 5 years ago, memories 10 years ago, and I can really see that I've changed. Why? Because I saw how I ran.
Well, 5 years before that, I mean, you were more of a ranter.
Yeah, and ako na nagbabasa nung pinost ko, and I did not delete it. I just wanted to stay there to see, just to validate na, thank you Lord, I've changed. Diba? Kasi I cannot change myself naman It's really, you really need the grace of God. But the thing is, looking back, since I did not know this, and yung stage 1 ko is mali. Stage 1 kasi is, diba, inspiring yourself. Since hindi ako inspired sa sarili ko, parang wala rin akong desire to inspire others. That's why very important that you go through stage 1. But if you are just going straight to stage 2, yung dinidiscuss natin ngayon, some will appear to be fake kasi pinilit lang or pinadala lang sila ng company sa training without really understanding first where they're coming from. Magugulat ka after 2 weeks, balik ulit sila sa old ways nila. Because they did not understand the inspiring others needs to start with inspiring yourself.
Yeah, you cannot give what you don't have.
Yes.
You always have to start with yourself. You do not expect people to be disciplined if you yourself are not disciplined.
Correct.
So everything starts with self. Even leadership starts with self. How you're able to lead people, you have to lead first yourself, because you cannot be able to provide this if you're not certain of what you want and you're not also manifesting, inspirational values, diba? Right. Okay. So when we talk about digital, wait, we'll be back muna. We'll pause for a few reminders before coming back. Ang oras po natin ay 7:52 ng gabi. This is Fabi Carino and we are in Pinoy. Kaya mo yan.
Pinoy, kaya mo yan. Hatol ni Juan 2019, ang nationwide election coverage ng Aliw Media Group. Maghahatid ng mga sigurado, napapanahon at totoong mga balita. Magtutuwid at magtatama sa mga naglalabasang fake news sa panahon ng eleksyon. Hatol ni Juan 2019, ihahatid ng DWIC 882, 979 Home Radio, Business Mirror, Filipino Mirror, Philippines Graphic at Aliw Provincial Stations sa pakikipagtulungan ng RPN Radio Philippines Network. Hatol ni Juan 2019. Kung kayo ang tatanungin, iboboto mo ba ang mga kandidatong pabor sa federalismo? Para sa inyong reaksyon at mga kasagutan, itawag lamang sa telephone number 470-1750 hanggang 54 at magwagi ng mahalagang gantimpala. Hatol ni Juan 2019. DWIZ. Pinoy, kaya mo yan.
And we are back. Ang oras po natin ay 7:54 po ng gabi. Wow, last 6 minutes.
I know,
ang bilis. Kaya kailangan uli kita next time.
Sige, I'll be
And
back,
it will be
promise.
better because I already talked to our technical graphics team that we could actually project PowerPoint slides
so
here.
that they can visualize.
So that they can visualize what
especially
we're
for the
talking about. So
appearance,
we're going to invite everyone next time. We will make our episodes more exciting because we will now show all the slides of our speakers so that hindi lang kayo nakafocus sa mukha ko at mukha ni Leo or mukha ng speakers namin. So we will also project actually a lot of visuals so that they could have and follow whatever we're talking about. So, actually, in our last 5 minutes, Toni, let's probably just give the summary of what we've talked about for today, which is really inspiring others. And I like the fact that we started with inspiring yourself. Now we're inspiring others through the 5 methodologies that we have.
Yes.
So,
Okay. So, basically, the encouragement is really coming from how you want to give out, okay, or what you want to give out, okay, because when we are still on the stage of being selfish, that's when the laziness will come in. Ayoko na mag-ayos, or I don't care what they think, so my behavior is kung ano lang basta-basta, and my body language, it's okay, hindi ko siya iisipin dahil kung hindi makakommunicate, dahil hindi. So kapag yun ang mindset, meaning you're not yet inspired by your own self. That's why it's very important that that's the first step to even project a good image, okay? Next is to consider also, why do we need to look good? Why? Is yun nga, we wanted to be that person who encourages another person that there's hope, that at least every life is a blessing. Kasi 'di ba pag talaga namang masama yung asal mo, sorry, dinidescribe ko sana isang masama yung asal mo, or at least yung appearance mo hindi na lang careless. We can say careless na lang kasi inappropriate. What if that will cause another person to be discouraged na lahat naman ng tao sa paligid ko hindi nag-aayos, o lahat naman sa paligid ko hindi maganda yung asal, hindi maganda yung communication, or worse is lahat naman tao nagra-rant online. So they might think na tama.
It's normal.
It's normal. And usually naman ganyan, 'di ba? Pag mas marami, yun yung ginagawa. So my message here is, first, be an inspiration to others and not an irritation. Because if you irritate them, the tendency is they will also irritate another person because they did not feel good about it. So they will just pass it on to others. But if you inspire them, they will try to do how to look good. They will try to be careful with their behavior. They will now practice how to synchronize their words with their facial expression, gesture, and their body language. And when they see that you are that person who always posts positivity and encouragement, pati siya na-encourage. What if that simple message and effort na positive message would become her learning for that day? Ang ganda, di ba? Pero when they see that ikaw yung source ng sometimes they don't delete you, pero parang nagkaroon pa na impact sa kanya, nagalit.
Correct, yeah.
So to make it parang a shorter message is always be an inspiration and not an irritation. What else? Always be that person who shows another person that there's hope. Kasi 'di ba, appearance has an impact naman talaga eh. Behavior has an impact. And para sa akin, personally, why do I do this? That's why nasusustain ko siya. Is my form of being grateful to God. Kasi image to eh. So every time, this is how I feel. Every time I don't fix myself, it's like I'm telling God na I'm not happy with how you have designed me. Diba? Every time I alter, let's say, kulot na, ipapa-straight, or straight, pinapakulot, it's like telling God na I'm not happy of how you have designed me because it's not perfect. So when I realize na we are fearfully and wonderfully made, I just worship Him with my appearance. That's why I don't mind now taking extra effort for, let's say, a 30-minute makeup. Extra effort every day to practice my facial expression and gesture. And to also have extra effort controlling my post online. Kasi diba sa totoo lang, when we are emotional, you always wanted to express, and it's something to do about getting attention. That's why we rant online.
or sometimes it's your outlet. But you need to really temper that, no?
Yes.
Kasi not everything out there people will be liking what you post. So it's not about even liking. I think it's really how you are, as you've said, inspiring or discouraging people.
Yes.
I really discourage people that if you're going through something, I think you need to talk to a friend and not just put
And
online
no need
there
to express everything
because there's
online.
too much negativity, and negativity is so easy to spread
I know.
than positivity.
Oo.
It
Tsaka
just
mas
takes
contagious
it just
siya.
takes one negative comment for everyone to make sausaw, lalo na if it's about politics.
Correct.
When you see a negative comment there, people are like going to hound you or whatever that not. So ako, I choose to, sometimes I temper myself to be quiet na lang because especially this election time and kanya-kanyang kanya-kanyang views and opinions of who they want. And so I'm saying it's not wrong. I'm saying lang let's be conscious of the people who are reading it, especially the new generation.
Yes.
If they see the confusion of us, this generation, what more will they be looking at in the future if they feel na it's so confusing. So
Yes.
I think we just have to temper what we put out there.
Then I also want to emphasize that all this that we discuss should be done first at home. It's very important that people at home are inspired. Hindi siya yung pag sa bahay, isang hibla na lang yung pantulog mo, isusuot mo pa. Diba? Kasi,
Isang hibla?
I know, right? No, because that was me before. Yung alam mo yung may mga favorite pambahay tayo. The thing is, I always believe that being losyang is a choice. So, you inspire our helpmate, lahat, yung mga anak natin, our spouse. Yung iba kasi nag-aayos sila pag may lakad
Pag
lang.
may bisita rin.
No, at home, you have to look tidy, you have to be conscious of your grooming, lahat. So, and then, dapat syempre, of course, naliligo and our hygiene. Because, once you are consistent at home, at office, or wherever you are, nagiging part na siya ng ng authenticity mo, ng intention mo. Yung iba kasi nagiging pressure. Why? Kasi it's like a party. Ginagawa mo lang kapag lalabas ka. So again, be consistent. Be an inspiration. And of course, do that as your way of being grateful to God.
Ayan. Alright.
Amen.
Kulang na tayo ng oras. But thank you again,
You're welcome.
Toni, for joining us this evening. It's really wonderful to really listen to you. I could stay all night and listen to all your tips. But of course, so sa mga viewers natin and ating mga listeners, thank you for listening again. Thank you, Gabby, for joining me this evening, and hope to see you on Friday after
Yes.
we get back to Baguio. From Baguio. Ay, sasama ka pala sa akin, no? So, binabati natin ang mga kamag-anak ko rin na nasa Baguio. I will see you soon this week. So, maraming pong salamat, and next week, abangan po natin, meron din po tayong separate topic. I will be sending out an invite again this weekend. Wala pa tayong confirm ngayon, but I will definitely update you soon. And then, of course, Toni, we will have another part. It will have 2 more parts, I guess,
Yes.
para mas marami tayong mapag-aralan about personality enhancement. So, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. This is Fabi Carino. Susunod na po ang Buhay at Kalusugan. Ang oras po natin ay 8:02 po ng gabi. Marami pong salamat.